Indians, baby. A real Indian, American Indian is me, not from Africa. Remember that.
And we are not Africans. We are not African. Are you an African, baby? I'm not no African. Nigga, you a lying motherfucker. Nigga talking about we African. You African, nigga. I ain't African.
Father God, Lord Jesus, the creator of heaven and the earth, we come before you right now. Somebody called you a burden bearer. Somebody called you a heavy load carrier. Somebody called you a wheel in the middle of a wheel. But I'd like to call you the creator of all things right now. For you put a leaf on a limb, and a limb on a branch, and a branch on a tree, and a tree on some roots, and the roots in the dirt, and the dirt in a hole, and the hole in the ground, and the green grass grew all around and around. The green grass grew all around Jesus. Now I want to thank you for chicken. Thank God for chicken. Didn't have to do it, but he did. Gave him 2 legs, 2 thighs, 2 breakfasts, 2 wings, hot sauce on him. And I can hear that chicken tonight, Lord, as he offer up a sacrifice of praise. I believe I can fry.
African Americans here, but they recently moved here from places like Kenya, Ethiopia, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Zaire. But now the brother whose family's lived in this country for generations, occupying space in all the locations, New York, Miami, LA, Detroit, Chicago, even if he's wearing a dashiki and sporting an afro. And if you go to Africa in search of your race, you'll find out quick, you're not an African American. You're just a black American in Africa taking up space. Why you keep trying to attach yourself to a continent where even if you got the chance to go and you went, most people that wouldn't even claim you as one of them, as a purebred daughter or son of them. Your heritage is right here now, no matter what you call yourself or what you say.
And we are not Africans. We are not African. Are you an African, baby? I'm not no African. Nigga, you a lying motherfucker. Nigga talking about we African. You African, nigga. I ain't African.
White people are scared to death right now, particularly white males. They're scared to death that they are going to lose their power in the future. And they are. But if you want to get ready for the future, if you want to be treated well in the future, treat others well in the present. Victor Hugo said, "No force on earth can stop an idea whose time has come." The idea of one race, the human race, is an idea whose time has come. We are not going to be able to stop it no matter what they do. They can elect Trump after Trump after Trump, and that will not stop the idea that there's only one race on the face of the earth. It's the human race, and we are all members of it. You and I are...
And we are not Africans. We are not African. Are you an African, baby? I'm not no African. Nigga, you a lying motherfucker. Nigga talking about we African. You African, nigga. I ain't African.
Grand Rising and happy Saturday morning. Peace out to everybody watching. Peace out to everybody tuning in. I hope you got your coffee, because I got my coffee. R.L. Smith, long time no see. Sylvia Jones, Indigenous 56 Ace. And like I said, I'm going to get raw on my channel, and I'm going to speak my mind because I can. And I'm going to, like I said, start sharing things that I have been collecting for these last 3 years being in well, 4 years, damn, being in YouTube. And I'm tired. I'm actually tired of talk, 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 talk. Just talk, 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 no action. And I'm gonna continue to speak my mind until shit starts stinging and sticking in and sticking to you. We, and this is some morning talk shit, and it's some real shit. And I really don't care if you take offense to my title because I'm saying what's very real. For too long, and we do shit that we don't have to do. Bottom line, we allow shit to happen that we don't have to allow. And yep, I'm in my granny status talking shit, but I'm talking real shit. Hey, A1, how you doing, love? Chief Kichiwaya, Lady Libra, baby, Marcus, how y'all doing? I I'm saying this because I'm keeping it real. And the reason why I'm speaking what I'm speaking, because at some point we have to uh, we have to stop beating around the bush when we speak. We have to, with one thing about our people in our community, the Aboriginal community, you can't beat around the bush with our people. And that's a fact. You can't beat around the bush when you're dealing with people in our community because the people in our community, believe it or not, you might call them roughnecks and wild, but they're the people in our community are very, very naive. You might not think it, but they're naive, and you have to tell them straight out. You can't beat around the bush with our people. You got to be real and you got to be blunt. And you can't be afraid to get your point across and say what you're going to say. I I don't care at this point. I don't. We have to stop allowing white people to determine who we are. We have to stop allowing white people to dictate what's necessary in our lives. We don't have to listen to them. We don't have to abide by them. We need you need to get the understanding in your children's minds that white people are not the superior people. And this is not being racist. Uh, what we suffer in our community is looking up to white people and their decisions. We got to stop allowing them to make decisions for our people. They're not the God. They're not my God. Too many of us look to white people as though they're the God, and they look too much for white people's justification. I don't need white people to justify anything that I want to do in my life. They are not my superior. That's been the problem for a very long time in our community. We always think we got to look to them for a final answer or a final decision, although it seems that way because we're in their corporation. So we have a tendency to look up to them like, do you think I'm right? Or do you think that's wrong? Or what do you think? No, fuck that. You're giving white people too much power over your mind. And that's some of the shit that we have to pull our people away from. Thinking that white people are the best people and the best resource for our lives. We don't have to be in their corporation. We don't. There's no law that says that we need to be under their power and control. First of all, White people never wanted us to be a part of their corporation. And I wish that my ancestors never became a part of their corporation. That's why they have all the power, because they literally created a business on our land and we joined in their business. That's what it is. And this is what we need to communicate to our people. This is just a business on American landmass. They created a business. They literally created a corporation, which consists of all corporations, consists of a president, a vice president, a secretary, and a fucking attorney. And we don't, we see it a different way. We see it a different way. It's just literally a fucking business. And guess what? All businesses can be sold. When you get tired of working in a business and running a business, you sell your business. You do. You do. We've given white people too much power. Now, people say, well, damn, how do you take that power back? That's the question. You take it back by moving the fuck away from them. Not off your land, just from under their power and authority. Being in their corporation and their business, being a part of their business gives them the power to dictate your life. If you don't want white people dictating your life, you have to pull away from doing business with them. They're not superior people. They're only superior in their corporation. That's it. They're only superior in their corporation. That's what makes them important. It's because you're in their business that they created. You don't have to be a part of their business. See, you think you have to be, but you don't. White people are for themselves. They don't care about you. Why do you think for so many years they've always overlooked the Negro? And we already told you who the Negro is. Doing business with white people caused them to come into our bloodline and manipulate it. That's what doing business with white people have done. You allowed them access into your bloodline. And when you really look at the big picture of allowing them in your bloodline, you see how real fucked up they did you. You allowed them in your bloodline, and then they became you. And they gave themselves power over your shit because they've infiltrated your bloodline. And it was a dirty trick. Okay, I'm having a baby by a Negro. Now my baby has claim and is indigenous to this land because they're half blood of a Negro. So that makes them indigenous to this land. So now my baby is going to take power over these Negroes' lands. And now they're not even going to exist. Look at all the shit they did to you when you allowed them power over you. Can you think of some ways to get away from that power that you gave them or that you continue to keep giving them? It's time. If you look all around the world, all countries are fighting for their power back in their countries. We're the only suckers. We are. We are. We're turning our weapons on the wrong people, each other. Dealing with white people has caused us to become against each other. We fight too much for white people. They don't fight for us. Ever. We fight too much for white people. And they don't give a shit about us. They're white. And they're the same people that landed here on Plymouth Rock, causing confusion not only on our landmass, but if you look at it, white people has caused division and confusion and chaos in all the countries and land masses of this planet. And all other countries are sick of white people. They go everywhere and put claims everywhere. Only evil demons do that. They're not a great people. They're not. You're not a great person when you go around in other countries that are not yours and take over power. You allow them, white people, to come here and tell you who the fuck you are. That's what you got to stop. Because they infiltrated your bloodline and then they became you. You look to them for justification, and you don't have to. They're not our gods. They die. Gods don't die. They die, and then they raise their children to continue the same power that they've been having. Their corporation is corny now. What you got to understand is when you create a corporation, you're creating the same shit that they did. It's time. It's at this point, the world is in chaos again. It's time to pull away from white people's power. And only we can do that. It's really time to get away from them. It's time to pull away from white people's power. It's time. It's time to come from under their corporation. It's time. It's beyond time. How much more longer will we allow white people power over the decision of our lives and our children's future lives? I don't want to be on their side anymore. In the beginning, it probably was great intentions, but now it's not. It's obvious. It's obvious that we need to pull away from them and no longer help them and no longer support them. Leave them out to be the dogs that they came here. It's time to pull away from them. Seriously, it's time not to help them anymore. Enough. You have to get to the point where enough is enough. They only threaten you by money. As long as you can grow your own food, you don't need them. You don't. If you can let go materialistic things, you can make it in this world like you used to. If you pull away from them, you see the comfort in your life. You got to pull away from them and stop helping them and stop looking to them. They're not our superior. They are just literally white people walking around. Don't help them anymore. We need to stop helping them and stop supporting them and stop doing things their way. When is it ever going to be your way? It's always been their way. And they're just white people with white skin from other countries. No white person is from the Americas, genealogy wise, bloodline wise. They're foreigners everywhere they go. And that shit is hilarious. Every country white people go to, they're foreigners. Why do we give them so much power? They're not a beautiful people. They're ugly at heart, at mind, and soul. They only care about their own. And they never liked you and never wanted to be a part of you. The more of them that come over here, the more racist they are. Why don't they go back to their own countries? If you're from Europe, why the fuck can't they stay in Europe? If they're from Germany, why the fuck can't they stay in Germany? If they're from Ukraine, stay the fuck over there. You're too busy telling people to go somewhere, white people, that they're the ones that really need to go back where they came from. I don't care if you think this is a racist segment, but I'm tired of them harming my people. At what point are you going to stand up? They're nobody to be afraid of. What are they going to do? Kill you? So what? We have murders every day. Threaten you? Who cares about their threatening? We know how to threaten people, and we know how to do the same things they do. We know how to love. We know how to kill. We know how to fight. We know how to do those same things. The food in the grocery stores are nasty. The food tastes nasty now. The meats taste nasty. When that shit, the food that they sell in the grocery stores are making everybody sick because of the way that they're reproducing the animals. It's time to pull away when you have to eat this shit that they're making in the grocery stores. It's harming our bodies. It's harming anybody that walks on two legs. These white people that are foreigners that are here, they don't even care about their own kind. That's how ugly they are. They don't care if their people are being harmed by the things in the environment. It's crazy because it's only one little white guy and all this power calling shots for the whole world. That's the power we need to take away. We need to. It's not hard to get to the culprits behind the face of the puppets. It's just like in football. Everybody wants to get to the quarterback. We could get to the quarterback. The quarterback's spunky ass been easy to grab, but we don't grab that motherfucker. You keep playing with the puppet. Seriously, if you watch football, you should know. We got to get to the quarterback. And it's easy to get to his fucking ass. Perhaps if we get to the quarterback, shit'll stop. And the quarterback ain't nothing but a bunch of 1% rich motherfuckers. We got to demolish them motherfuckers. It's going to take a team effort. You have to really, really be serious about not wanting to be a part of their businesses or life, period, the way they have life laid out. They bringing all these little ugly Africans over here because they know niggas is tired. So they literally went and got real Africans to come over here. That should tell you in a nutshell that you ain't African, because the real Africans will deal with white boy. You see all these little ugly Africans running the banks now. Even though the banks be empty, they went over to Africa to get them motherfuckers to come over here to run the banks. If you go in banks like Bank of America and all these banks, they went behind the scenes and say, yo, we can't get nobody to work in these fucking banks no more. We got to bring in the foreigners from behind the scenes who have been the investors in this shit that's about to fall. I ain't never seen so many ugly Africans in banks in all my life. Because the Americans, period, the foreign Americans, white ones, black ones, Puerto Rican ones, they're getting tired of working for these foreign corporations that keep being established. And they come over here and terrorize us. Well, we got to learn how to terrorize them back. We are the best fighters on the planet, men and women. We're the best fighters, but we forgot about that. We have the power. We always did, but we forgot about that too. Power has always been in the people. Always. All the people got to do is pull back. When you pull back, then you're going to see some real funky shit. When you just pull back, all you got to do is pull back and watch nothing happen. Nothing moves. Nothing progress. Nothing prospers. If we just pull back, nothing don't happen. Now nobody's making money. Nobody's getting shit. When the people pull back, when you just pull back bluntly, they be like, damn, sales are down. Everything stops. Everything. When you get to the point where they tell you that you can only grow a certain amount of food in your damn garden, that's a real fucking problem. Because they want you to buy their genetically modified shit. That's a problem. When they begin to try to tell you, dictate to you, you can only grow a certain amount of fruit and vegetables in your fucking land, your land that you purchased. Oh, that's too much. Oh, no. No. That's when it's time to fight them back. Wait a minute. You're not going to tell me how many vegetables and fruits that I could grow in my fucking land, on my house that I bought. You ain't putting limits. That's power. You got to take that shit back. Because now because we see what the food is doing to our bodies, our minds, our stomach, what it's doing to our babies. It's time to grow your own shit. So you know that you're not being poisoned. Because it's gonna come a time where so many of us don't even want to go in the fucking grocery store no more. Because of the shit that they spray on the produce. Even that shit is toxic. All the fruit is nasty. No seeds in it. And I'm even scared, petrified to buy the meat. Because when you look at the meat, the way it's laid out, that shit you don't know if you eating a fucking human rib. Now, Negroes, y'all know y'all like them pork ribs. But damn, are they human ribs or are they animal ribs? You can't fucking tell if you eating a person or an animal. That's how bad it is. Chicken don't taste like it used to taste. If you just take a little bite of your arm and just your own arm, and then you bite a chicken wing, that shit kind of similar. You don't know what the fuck you eating. You don't know if you eating your old boy Joe that died or your home girl Betty Jean. Because the food is nasty as fuck in these grocery stores. This is what white power does to you. White power. None of them niggas in office even think about that. You don't know if you're eating a fucking former president for breakfast when you make some bacon. They're getting too many ideas from China just because China reproduce their own shit. They pull all the nutrients out they shit from when they in the toilet and reproduce it. So the food they digest, oh, let's pull it back out and make it. They extract it. You don't know. And everybody that jump up and try to tell you and warn you, they kill them. They disappear. Whether they white or black. Every time somebody jump up and come out and try to tell you, hey, they're doing this to you. I work in the lab. They off them. They're gone. That should be a great awakening. Some people that come here that are foreigners, whether they're from Europe, any one of them European countries, they're accustomed to eating people. They've been doing it all their lives. So they don't, some of them, instead of giving people funerals, they eat them. These motherfuckers don't have a problem eating a fried arm. I tell you, a lot of these motherfuckers coming over here done broke out of institutions that they've been in other countries because they were made. They weren't made in the normal sense that we know. And y'all don't want to believe that shit. They're literally accustomed to eating humans because they're fucking part animal. Y'all don't want to believe people are being made and created in labs. Y'all don't want to believe that they're creating soldiers. That's why they look so fucking weird. They're only created to do a certain thing. You think that they have autism and shit, but they don't. They was created to just do one thing. White people are doing all kinds of crazy shit in labs. From creating people to creating armies. All these babies in these labs that are being grown. and they come out and don't really know how to uh, associate with society because they're weird, man. They're fucking weird. They create him and say, okay, I created you, and this is what you're going to do in your life. They're drilled and trained that way. That's why the borders is open, wide open, because everybody's pulling back. So they got to let the borders open because the niggas ain't fucking with them on some real shit. You got to stop. We have to stop dealing with them. We got to let them go because they're beyond weird at this point. Look at them in the news media. Some of these leaders, I don't know, they look mighty fucking weird, man. And when I say weird, I mean weird to the point where they don't look fucking human. You got to really look at what these people really look like. And I'm not trying to be funny, but some of these people that have real high prestigious power, something ain't right about them. I really believe that we're dealing with a lot of people that were made in a fucking lab. Because a lot of these elected officials, a lot of these people, you don't hear about their fucking history or their background. They give you, they literally give you a fucking quick story that don't make no fucking sense. They don't really talk about their genealogy, which is fucking weird. We got to find out, are we dealing with humans? Are we dealing with real people? They don't fucking look real, man. I really believe they're fucking aliens, man. They're not from here. They're fucking weird. I think once you get to the motherfucking quarterback, you gonna see that bitch ain't real, man. You strip that once you get to that fucking quarterback and you strip that motherfucker, you gonna see he got a tail with no balls. A tail with no balls. When they naked, no dick and no balls. Just a fucking tail, man. And they're a fucking animal living a human life. I don't think that at this point we're dealing with real beings. I really believe that we're dealing with fucking aliens. And we got to get rid of these motherfuckers because they're destroying our people no matter what race we are. I really think that Trump is fighting aliens, people that are not beings of this world, man. Especially because of the shit that they're passing and allowing to go on our planet, man. Something's fucked up. And I can't even sleep at night thinking about these motherfucking reptiles. They probably came out the water. I don't know where the fuck they came from. But wherever they came from, they bust out of and freed themselves. Start looking at people, man. Their hands don't look real. Something look fucked up, and they be hiding shit. Sometimes when you watch their ass on the news, you think they're in a crowded room full of people. But them motherfuckers, they 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 don't even be in this country. The cameras is a motherfucker. It can make you look like you're literally sitting in a room with a bunch of legislators, but you're really not. All the weird shit ever since this bitch got locked down in 2019. Nothing seemed like it was a real human. Nothing. It seemed like a raid of aliens came in this bitch. And we don't know who the fuck we dealing with. Somebody was let loose. I'm gonna open my link because at this point I'm skeptical about these weird motherfuckers. Transhumanism sound about right. Something's not human about these motherfuckers. And we got to get these bastards out of here because they're not real. We need to pull back. And if I think that if all people that are normal and human pull back and just don't do nothing, don't buy nothing, don't order nothing off a line, and see what the fuck happens. Power is pulling back and taking a look at the big picture and seeing what the fuck you're really dealing with. That's the only way you're going to see. Pull back, stop buying, and I'm talking about all people that are fucking normal from what I know to be normal. Whether your skin is my color or any other fucking color. Just pull the fuck back and just watch and see what happens. Now, when I say pull back, that means don't buy nothing. Now, you don't buy nothing. But this needs to be a collective thing across the motherfucking world. Because I believe in every country that's established, these motherfuckers are in every country ruling. Now, if it's a collective effort across the motherfucking world and we all pull back and just don't buy nothing for like a week, don't buy no gas, nothing that's sellable. Don't buy it. Don't charge nothing. Don't order shit offline and just see what the fuck happened. See how these alien creatures start acting. Then you gonna know who the fuck you dealing with. Because this shit is beyond me right now. I'm starting to see some weird ass shit, man. And white people always developing something that's not normal and then put them out in normal society when they know they shouldn't. They do that shit. They creating these motherfuckers and putting them amongst the people saying they'll have to learn how to be human. I notice that they always protect weird people that do weird shit, that do massive crazy shit. Like if you a fucking white kid and you go up and blow up a whole school full of babies, why do they protect that motherfucker? And grab them. I think they take the motherfucker back to the lab and say, okay, something was wrong here. And they're working on these motherfuckers. Because that's how weird. If you look in their Bible, they're the only motherfuckers that speak about creating shit. Creating a man. So when their little robot or whatever the fucking inhuman thing they create go out and create a horrific crime, they hurry up and grab them. Somebody from the CIA or FBI, hurry up and go grab their ass and bring them back to the fucking lab to see where they went wrong at. The creation's not right. I don't trust none of them. Then they be in the grocery store. You see them in the grocery store when they grocery shop. They're very fucking weird. I go grab a normal box of motherfucking macaroni. Them weird motherfuckers be over in the produce and in the meat section grabbing shit that don't look normal. What do you know? What kind of meat is that? They grabbing something that look like they ass. I look at these weird motherfuckers' groceries when I be in the grocery store. And I compare my groceries to theirs. That's what I be doing when I be in line. That shit sound weird, but I don't trust motherfuckers because they too fucking weird. And they be having the groceries full of shit that got roots on it and shit. And I on the bottom of them strings and shit. And I be like, what the fuck is that? I don't know. It's some weird shit running around and our landmass man. Weird. And they're not fucking human. And I notice the weirdness in it. They always have somebody accompanying them that's normal where they're abnormal. And then what they do with these weird fucks that they create in the lab, what they do, and you don't even know it, they hire coaches and job coaches for their asses to walk them around in society so they could fucking be normal. And you don't even know you dealing with a created motherfucker. And you wonder why you gotta, as a job coach, you don't know who the fuck you walking around with coaching. And they make you write a special report about their behavior with them. You don't even fucking know that you're dealing with a created fucking animal. All you know is just you got a job, and your job is to walk them around in society, take them for rides, bring them to the grocery store, help them with their bank account. And all you know, naively, is you got to give a report. Well, Justin had a good day today. He learned this, he learned that. But he was not happy about, you don't know who the fuck you're coaching. When you barren, you got to start making shit because you're barren. You can't be created no more. So now you got to start making people. Oh, man. I'm telling y'all got to start opening your mind and looking at shit for what it is, because the white guy keeps making you look at things as though they're normal when they're fucking not normal and natural. No, I'm not looking at shit and make it and say, okay, well, that's normal. No, the fuck it's not. If it's abnormal to me when I first see it, it's going to continue to be abnormal. And they're putting these motherfuckers amongst us. That's fucking weird, man. I'll never forget. I'll never forget that fucking movie, The Believers. I believe that shit. With them funny fucking legs that go back. Everybody fucking weird, man. The Believers. I don't know who's seen that movie, but that's the shit that comes to mind when I'm in the grocery store, when I'm everywhere around these weird motherfuckers. And these are the bitches running our fucking country. They're weird. I don't know if you seen that movie, The Believers, when the motherfuckers was in the elevator and they was talking like that kind of weird shit, man. That's the shit I see now. Y'all motherfuckers today call that shit a seizure. No, that's some technical difficulty shit. We got to pull away from this shit. And I'm telling you, it got to be a collective effort across the motherfucking world. Just pull back. Pull back for a week. Don't buy nothing. You should have food in your house that covers you for a week, even 2 weeks. And not buy nothing. Don't charge nothing. Don't buy no gas, no nothing. And see how these motherfucker alien abnormals act. It's going to throw them off. You giving these fucking aliens too much power. You got to pull away from their asses because they suck, man. They're not fucking real, man. It's all a fucking illusion. Even illusion that you lost your fucking lamb. Telling y'all not seeing shit. You got to step back and just watch these motherfuckers how they act. They act just like fucking uh, uh the Chinese people act when fucking they let Godzilla loose. They start going crazy. That's how the motherfuckers gonna be acting. It's time to come from under white power. It's time for the world to come from under white power. What do you think would happen if you stopped paying your bills? You're only thought to pay your bill because you have to. What if you just stopped paying all bills that were ever generated? Credit card bills, everything. Them motherfuckers will go crazy. Because it fucks their life up. If you stop paying every bill that you owe, would you fucking care if they came to evict you? So that'll create a better problem. Damn, everybody's fucking living outside right now. And that'll fuck their whole shit up. Everybody living outside. Do that shit in the summer where you could be warm. When you have everybody living on the motherfucking street. Then what? You got to do fucked up shit to these motherfucking whiteys. Then they'll really be scared to even walk by you because you're all living outside. You ain't paying no rent, no mortgage, no nothing. You ain't buying no food, no nothing. But you living outside. You just sitting outside. Them motherfuckers will be scared as fuck. If all people was just outside, sitting down on a chair, them motherfuckers wouldn't know how to act. You gotta fuck these whiteys up. And guess what? You ain't doing no harm to them. They just see motherfuckers everywhere sitting outside on a chair. Just sitting out. They be like, damn, they're not living. No landlords to get no fucking rent. No government or bank will get no mortgage payment. And motherfuckers just sitting outside. Then what they gonna do? Call the National Guards? That's when you'll see the power you got. Because we outnumber them bitches. We outnumber them bitches. We outnumber them so much, we'll be able to just take their fucking weapons because we all outside. They ain't even be like, damn, we can't even get through. Everybody outside. The power has always been in you. You just don't see it because they show you their power in another way to make you think that you don't have the power, and you fucking do. That'll put them in the most uncomfortable position in fucking history. Now, everybody's sitting outside, no matter what race of a human you are. Because we're talking about the human versus the motherfucking aliens. All the humans outside sitting out. Bitch, we ain't paying you no mortgage this month. Bitch, we ain't paying you no rent. I'm already outside, so what you gonna do? Put all my shit out? I don't care. I just fix it up nice outside here and put up a fucking tent. So, what you gonna do? Bitch, I ain't paying no credit card payments this month. I ain't paying no credit card. I ain't paying no car note. I don't give a fuck. You have to come and get all these fucking cars. All of them. You think they want to do that shit? You gotta punish these bastards. Don't pay not one motherfucking bill. Sit outside so you could deal with it the whole week. Smoke your fucking legalized weed. That'll get you through the whole fucking week. Because that weed gonna make you laugh and shit at these motherfuckers running around looking for monthly payments. What they gonna do? They can't call you because your phone's turned off. Fuck their lives all up. T-Mobile, no cell phone companies to get paid, no cable companies, nobody. They can't contact you because the phone's off, the lights is off, it's too dark to go over in your area because ain't no lights on. So they're going to be scared as fuck. Oh, I ain't going over there. You got to do something to fuck their lives up and make them cooperate in the way they're supposed to. This is Morning Coffee Talk. This is some real shit, and it's something to think about. I'm going to put my link in the chat. I really would like to hear your thought, because this is some real shit. Smash that like button, y'all. This is very real. The link is in the chat. I really would like to hear your response to this. I'm not waking up on no weird shit. I'm waking up on real shit. You're giving the cracker too much power. Let that motherfucker crack like the cracker he is. Facts, Byron. If you look at all of the other countries, they're fucking dismantling their governments. What we waiting for? I'm not promoting no war. All I'm saying is just pull back from supporting these motherfuckers. Stop buying their shit. And you don't need no weapon to do that. All you got to do is just pull back and say, all right, I'm not paying no student loan. I ain't paying shit. What they gonna do to you? You giving cracker too much power. Y'all giving them motherfuckers power that they don't even need. And it's unnecessary. It's our fault. We gotta stop. These bastards don't deserve no power. And they come on with their little funky suits and give a goddamn speech on TV. Fuck they asses. Don't even turn the TV on. They collect everything. They watch everything you do. Let Joe Biden and them say, God damn, I gave a speech and wasn't nobody watching me. That shit'll be funny. I saw the ratings. Only my family was watching me. That's going to trouble them. Don't pay the government no mind. How about we all go down to the motherfucking border and just hang out? Ever thought about doing that? I wonder what effect that would be. If we all just went down to the border as a people and just stood there and hung out, sit down in little beach chairs and shit. Then you can say, well, I'm just here backing up my army. We just chilling. How about we just all go down there and fucking hang out at the border? Just hang out and put on some fucking Indian headdresses on that bitch and just stand there. I wonder what that picture would be like. The link is in the chat. Y'all got to think about doing the impossible. Start thinking about doing the impossible. These white people don't deserve our respect. These white leaders, none of them deserve our respect. None of them. They don't deserve nobody on the planet's respect. Fuck just brown people's respect. They don't deserve nobody's respect. They fucking suck. They're not helping anybody. Who are they helping? Seriously. Yo, normal white people make minimum wage too. They ass suffering too. The link is pinned to the top. I'm going to take a little break and I'm going to come back with more shit. What are they scared of? White people don't deserve respect from us. They don't. Give me one reason why white people that's running this country deserve respect from us, Aboriginals of Americas. Give me a reason. I want to know. And if you white, bring your ass up here and tell me why I should respect you. Please. I'm going to give your ass a little break. Let me take a little break and I'll be right back. I'll be right back, STD. I need a little break. Hang tight. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Think about doing the impossible. All right. Thinking about doing the impossible. Oh, you got to close out your YouTube window, Salima. Close YouTube. All right. The link is pinned to the top. Anybody could join. STC, what you got for me? STC?
Can y'all hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Nah, I just caught the last couple minutes of what you was going in on about Sis Bethy, man. I think you speaking straight facts. I know for a fact I drive trucks, right? And if these trucks stop moving one day, the whole country set behind. You know, these things move 24 hours a day, continuously. And shoot, it could be the mail, it could be really anything. If they sit too long, it throw everything off, as well as just a regular working man. If don't nobody go into their jobs, next thing you know, the company's fumbling and bubbling, trying to figure something out. Why ain't everybody show up? All that kind of stuff. So what you're saying is very powerful. And I just want to reference a little bit of history with it. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. And if y'all familiar with the blackout that happened up there, I think this was like the early 2000s for sure, but I want to say 2003. I was still a teenager or whatnot at that time. But that whole blackout, man, set the whole city behind a little bit, as far as the people being able to I'm sorry, it ain't set up behind it. It kind of threw them forward, as far as the people being able to get out in their communities and actually see who live in the communities. It's a lot of people that don't come outside because either they always working or, they just don't come outside in general. But when that blackout happened, it forced people to come together as a community, at least in their immediate area. You know what I mean? So I think that turned out to be a little beneficial for at least my community I was in Detroit. So I just wanted to throw that in to where it's a reference to history, something that had already happened. And, me personally think it had a good outcome. And I just mute up until I had something else to say. Thank you for letting me on, and peace to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, I have to say, you're absolutely right, STC. That's a prime example. Now, if all the truck drivers stop driving and shit and nothing moves, listen, these motherfucking white crackers will open the borders and let motherfuckers in so they can take those jobs. But see, guess what our combat will be? We'll terrorize the motherfuckers. They'll want to run back to their country. No, I don't want to drive a truck in your country because I just come here to have a life for my family. I drive my truck, and a whole bunch of people get in the highway and stop me and say they gonna kill me if I drive this truck. Yeah, we gotta get back. We'll terrorize their ass.
Yes,
Because that's what
ma'am.
they be doing. Start terrorizing them. Oh, you gonna take my old job? Yup, you ain't gonna be happy in it. Because guess what? I'm about to flatten your tire. You can't drive nowhere. Just make them motherfuckers miserable. Because all these crackers do is when we as a people decide not to work in their corporate jobs, they go get foreigners. We got to start terrorizing them motherfuckers. And they ain't gonna be able to control us.
And let me speak to that too, sis.
They'll think twice
That
about wanting to take a job in America.
And on that tip, that's just dealing with regular people, humans that got emotions. Now, in the sense of the artificial intelligence doing it, it's secretly like already a underlying agreement between all the truck drivers. Say for instance, if they try and AI out the drivers type thing. As far as sabotaging the trucks, stopping them on the highways, you know what I mean? Because this go further than just black people. Like you said, this
Facts.
poor white people too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All these dudes that been own their trucks for all these years think they not just go turn over that business and that whole situation to a machine and just get put at the house. You know what I mean? So it's definitely some stuff in line, but I think people definitely need to take what you're saying seriously and even just brainstorm it. Because you
Hell
never know
yeah.
what these motherfuckers that try, man. They hit you from damn not even left field. They hit you from a mile away and you won't know what the fuck that happened to you. You know what I mean? And if you ain't got no kind of contingency plan in line, you just kind of turn into being shit out of luck. And then the long-term effect of that, you start to look at your neighbor. Oh, he still got this. She still got that. And now you kind of being a parasite to each other instead of when you actually got the chance, to put your foot on the powers that be neck and be a parasite to them. You missed the opportunity because you want to be a good old boy. You want to go to work, make your quote unquote check just to pay your quote unquote bills. You know what I mean? That you tax for 3-4 times over. You know what I mean? So it's definitely something to think about. I think that what you're doing is very powerful. Just brainstorming ideas because I had to click on the link. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
That has always been this country's greatest fear for a normal white guy and white girl. Normal ones now. I'm not talking about the abnormal ones. It's always been this government's greatest fear that a normal white people and normal Aboriginal people, us of this land, get together and overthrow them. That's why they don't want us together as a people. You get white boys, normal ones, that drive these fucking trucks, that take care of their family, and we just stop. White boy not pay no bills, Aboriginal, aka Negro, don't pay no bills, don't invest in nothing together, right? And then this government open up the borders so that these motherfuckers can come over here and take their former jobs. You get you that normal white boy that used to drive that truck and that brown boy, will terrorize the motherfuckers. We'll push their trucks over right on the highway. We all, as a people, you push the truck till that bitch fall over right on the highway. This is what you get for trying
Yeah,
to take our
that's a
jobs. Come
fact.
over here. Push the
You
fucking
can't.
truck right over on the highway. Act. We gonna go crazy together. That's how you take control back of the government, and they'll think twice about disrespecting the people. You government don't move, we don't move. Y'all move, we move. But we move more powerfully because we're going to
Yeah,
turn your fucking trucks over. We're going to get to the quarterback, bitches.
yeah, that's a fact. One thing about it though, sis, like you were saying, as far as the infiltration, man, I feel like this shit just so infiltrated, at least for sure at that level to where you don't know who is who. So you kind of got to blackball everybody and let the tree fall where it may. Basically, shit.
Facts.
Because even on the local movements, I'm sure them motherfuckers in there. It's a whole ladder system, and we know who at the bottom. Billy around the corner, and me.
Yep. If we just stood out on the highway everywhere, block all business from going anywhere. Nobody makes move until you respect the people. I'm serious. It's crazy. We're not getting no respect. They're taking away our fucking rights to speak. Our freedom of speech is at an all-time threat. Oh, you trying to bring communism over here, bitch? Oh, you, no. One thing, the worst thing you could do is try to shut an American up, whether you're brown or white. That's where we need to take a stand.
Yeah,
They're doing way too fucking much.
Absolutely, and even to piggyback off that, I'm not sure. Well, you did speak on what's going on in other countries, so you probably is familiar. But I seen out there in Paris, in France, they in outrage about all the stuff going on over there, and the firefighters then essentially joined up with the regular people against the police. It's videos and everything with full suited firefighters going out there, fighting the police with the people. So I think if the pressure actually got applied, 9 times out of 10, the true human, like you was talking about, is gonna come on to
creating bad weather and tornadoes that destroy homes and people. They ain't doing that shit. Don't call that shit nature, because that's not what the fuck it is. That's why I keep saying we too goddamn naive. You creating tornadoes to destroy land masses so you could bring foreigners in here to rebuild it and live in it. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's a lot of shit that this government is doing, and we're too naive thinking that, oh, it's nature that did that. No, the fuck it's not. That was an act of man. And when they want to knock out a whole fucking state, that's what they do. Create bad weather, tornadoes that wipe shit out. Then you got people's houses just to shrubbles. That ain't no goddamn act of God. That's an act of man. Yeah, their God is the government. And they're doing that shit. We keep believing that it's a natural act of the weather, of Mother Nature. No, that's an act of a motherfucker that been hiding behind a curtain for years. All them white people that lost their homes. What is it? Where was it? Alabama, Mississippi, through a bad storm. Our psychological mind thinks that, oh, it was just a hurricane. No, bitch. That's the government doing that shit. They need that land for something. They need to bring foreigners over here and be in that specific area. So now we got to make it look like the winter tornado destroyed these houses. Now everybody's house is knocked down and all the wood on the ground. You see their living room furniture all on the ground. And you're psychologically and mentally believing that it was an act of God. That was an act of the government. When the fuck are you going to wake up? Every time shit hit the fan, a whole fucking town gets flooded out. Flooded out to the point where you can't live there no more because everything is under the fucking water. You really believe that's an act of nature, a natural act? No, that's an act of the government wanting to wipe it out So these motherfuckers that's living in this big house, so they can move in the hood, in the cities. We need this area. Or we just need them to get out. They're doing too good over in this community. So now we got to flood this shit up.
Yes, Sis Bethy.
Nobody's allowed to be happy.
Yeah. And before I jump off,
I hate these motherfuckers, man.
You made me think of a question. Say for them areas that got them big ass dams and shit in it, steering the water another way. You know, who's to say that that dam wasn't created to flood out a certain area? You know what I mean? And I love to hear your thoughts on that. While I jump back onto the YouTube, I appreciate you letting me on. And you know, very powerful, sis. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. I just want to make sure I'm not the only one who see this shit. And I'm glad you came up to confirm that. Because I see a lot of weird shit, man. And sometimes, a lot of times, I don't want to say nothing until I hear it from somebody else. I'm like, word. I mean, look at the fucking meat in the grocery store. Something ain't right. And then they got grapes. Now, I love grapes. And they got these grapes that they make. They're called cotton candy grapes. I don't like that shit. That's some created shit. Nah, they ain't got no seeds in them. It's weird shit going on. When you go in the grocery store, look at that fucking meat, man. Just look at it. Take a picture of it and study that shit. Put it under the microscope and look at all the little tiny worms that you can't see unless you use a microscope. That's the kind of shit that be crawling in graves when your body deteriorates. Them same little fucking tiny worms that be moving around on the meat. You can't see it unless you put a microscope on it. Them the same shits that be crawling on dead bodies when they deteriorate. Y'all better wake up and see what these fucking animals are doing to you. No pregnant woman should be taking no jabs. I don't care what kind it is, or any of the things that they make you take when you're a little kid. Refuse that shit. Start refusing them cutting your umbilical cord. These motherfuckers is weird, man. Stop letting these white people cut your umbilical cord. These motherfuckers want to eat that shit. That's why we're doing that Matrix breakdown. While I'm not doing it, I'm listening. But App Power and DJ is going to give the breakdown of that Matrix so you can understand how these motherfuckers eat your fucking umbilical cord and using this shit. Y'all need to start putting down stipulations on how much blood they can withdraw from you if you get in a test. Not a whole tube. Get the fuck out of here. They take way too much. I'm tired of providing my blood so they can live. Let them bitches die. Don't take no more blood tests. Don't give to Red Cross. Fuck out of here. Red Cross remind me too much of Red Face. Get the fuck out of here. I'm tired. Stop feeding the vampire, man. These motherfuckers are nasty dogs. They want your blood, your period blood, all the kind they need. If all it takes is us not to give them that, let them motherfuckers die. Perhaps giving that up for free, donating that shit, maybe we need to pull back on that. People on high blood pressure medicine look 10 times worse than they did when they discovered they had high blood pressure. That's a fucking death sentence, that medicine they give you. People with that diabetic medicine, all that shit, man. It's horrible. Thank you, Health of Nation. If that's the case, if it equates to the Rothschild, then we got to get to the quarterback. That's the motherfucker quarterback. How do you get to him? Stop donating to that motherfucker. He probably a little red-faced motherfucker sitting down, probably been living for 1,000 years because we've been donating to him so he could live for a long time. I'm serious. I used to always think about this weird shit when I was younger. I mean, like, you know, it could be people that been living. I'm telling you how bad. And I would like to hear if somebody ever thought of this too. That these motherfuckers been here for thousands of years, never fucking died because they get a new heart, new lungs, new organs in their body so that they could live. I always thought that if you're about to die, right? If they say, oh, you're going to die, right? Within 6 months, right? But if you get a brand new heart from a 12-year-old kid, brand new liver, brand new lungs, everything that will keep you alive. If you're getting that. Now, you are fucking 100 years old, right? And you got a 12-year-old kid's heart, a 12-year-old kid's lungs installed in your body, a liver, kidneys from a bunch of 12-year-olds. Will that person still be living if you took the lungs, liver, heart, all the organs from a 12-year-old kid that's healthy and put it in a 100-year-old man? Do that change the motherfucking game for that person? I want to know. Is there anybody in here who can attest to that? If you got all these new organs, not the one you had for 100 years, you got new ones installed in you, would your ass still be alive right now? What happens? Because I seen people that got new livers and their skin and everything cleared up normal. So if that's the case, that means if you got a healthy 12-year-old kid's body parts installed in your 100 or 200-year-old ass, you could be really 1,000 because every so many years you got to get new parts so you can stay alive. Is that possible, y'all? It got to be some nurses out there or med students or doctors out there that can answer that. Could you live off of. Could you be 1,000 years old? Because every so many years, you get these new organs. Your ass look like you about 25, but really you a fucking 1,000-something fucking years old. Karima Shabazz said the movie. I remember the movie Body Snatcher, but I don't recall Karima. Did they take organs out? Anybody know of a movie where they just take organs out of you and install them in old white people? Now I know the movie Get Out Help was kind of like that, you know, and the fat white dude, I don't know, I guess they gave him some black guy's legs, and that motherfucker came running real fast like OJ Simpson, and he looked like he's about 80 fucking years old, and he was running around and shit real fast. Other side of podcast, Repo Man. I mean, the first crackers let you know what they do. I got to check out Repo Man. Because back in the 70s, the first movie that they really made to be exposed that of creating the same human again was $6 million fucking man. And you know, they tell you in the fucking story when it first comes, we can rebuild him, make him better, stronger, faster. Now this motherfucker is $6 million man. That was the first thing that I saw in public TV that gave me the inclination that they are making people. Just by that. They gave that a bitch a new heart, everything. And then that bitch got on a treadmill. $6 million man. Look at that shit. It was a satellite that. Yeah, and I do see them old numbers in the Bible ages when they was living like 900 years and shit. Adam or something like that. Which, okay, we know. I know. I don't even fuck with the Bible. It's a big fairy tale. 7 pounds with Will Smith. So these are movies. Oh yeah. The other podcast. How could I ever forget Frankenstein? That's even earlier than the damn $6 million man. Blade. Well, but Blade. Now I know Blade by heart. But that was all about blood. Yep. That there, yeah, you right. Now that I think about the movie Blade. And then another one that really freaks me out is that movie where they say, I'm mutant. I'm mutant. I forget what that is. It's a fucking series. Willie watched this shit all the time. And they're mutants. Oh, Daywalker. That's what that is. Yep, the Bionic Woman. Yeah. I don't trust these motherfuckers. I think a lot of them been living a lot of years off of body parts because they need to reserve their asses. And they be doing some fucked up shit. I don't know if y'all see, and Law and Order tell it all. I don't give a fuck if they say it is make believe. But Law and Order had an episode with this white lady, and they so fucking dumb. They always trust the doctor. You said that the what you did to him when he was in me, he would come out playing the piano like Beethoven. And they put the little motherfucker on the piano, and he was just making a lot of noise. And she was angry because the doctor said he had some kind of Beethoven gene. I do we believe that too, Phyllis. I do. Oh, Ken said, there's a scene in Blade. I believe we keeping them alive. But we gotta draw back on our blood, man. There's a scene in Blade where they had dark-skinned people's bodies on racks being moved around. And then they cut to a scene where they're in a club and blood sprinkles on the people. Oh, I remember that. I remember that scene. Shit, I remember that scene in that movie. And they was going crazy. Yeah. Something is weird and it's coming to the fucking surface. I remember that. I remember that. Or I believe that, Brian. Because I know when you die, right? Now a nurse could tell me this. When you die, right? And you don't die of a bad heart. Is there a certain amount of time that they have to get those organs out of your body before they send you to the mortician, or do they do that at the mortician? Where do they take your body parts out? At the mortician or at the hospital? The bodies go by on the rocks pretty fast in the background. Damn. I believe a nurse could tell me that. Is there a specific amount of time that they got to get your organ out of your body? Oh, they do. Okay. Okay. They take the body part out, all of them. And that's another thing that we can't verify. If you say you're not an organ donor, you know they take them motherfuckers anyway. And then if you tell the motherfuckers, I want my uncle's liver, are they really going to get your uncle's liver or somebody else's? Oh, wait a minute. Lady E saying at the coroner's office, they take it out there down in the morgue. So if somebody needs a heart transplant, it's not taken out at the hospital. It's taken out at the morgue. Oh, Renee said they put the organs on the ice immediately. See, I never knew how that worked. Now, I work with a girl, and she's in our union, and a 12-year-old boy was in an automobile accident. And this is a copper-colored woman. A 12-year-old white kid was in an automobile accident, and she needed a heart. And that 12-year-old boy, she got his heart. Yep, here in Connecticut. Okay, I am Sheba Lolo. A lot of them work together for dollars. You know, there's a lot of shit that we can do as a people to stop this shit. Like when when you die, we can make it very uncomfortable for these motherfuckers. Like if you die you immediately want to be there with your dad to make sure they don't get the body part. Have a security guard. But that motherfucker will be so stupid, he'll probably be a sellout. He say, we'll give you this if you keep your mouth shut and say we didn't take the organs. It's just evil everywhere. Nothing to work. Oh, Lady E said she was a mortician for 15 years. And what was it your response? What part of the mortician job did you have to do, Lady E? Did you have to take the organ out, or were you there? Did the part where you did their hair and made their face up? Because I know a lot of beauticians get called to do dead people's hair, preparing them for a funeral. Which part did you do, lady? Did you take the organs out? Oh, Emmanuel. Okay, he said organs can't be used from a dead body. And I'm going to leave it there. But, like, Emmanuel, what if they put him on the life support machine? That even though the person's dead, and it's the life support machine that keeps them alive. Can they do it? Do they do it that way? Oh, shit. Embalmed. A lady said she embalmed, dressed, and casketed. Damn. So, yes, they have to keep the body alive in order to use the organ. So, if they're, that's where the life support machine comes into play, right? That life support machine, it does it. See, I'm not educated on this. That keeps the organ alive, Ken. So all I'm saying is, y'all, there are so many things. There are so many things that we can do as a normal people. When I say normal, I mean fucking normal. And I don't care what your race is. Even white people know that these motherfuckers got to go. Yeah, John Q. I remember that. I remember that. He held up the hospital for his son. Oh boy, do I remember that. That movie made me cry. Especially at the end when they was taking him to jail. And his son, he got to see his son. And they looked at each other eye to eye. That shit just like made me cry so terrible. Oh, he said, yep. Ken said, yep. Okay, no. I I just think that we need to do something really courageous all across these American landmass, North America. We need to be out and over, over, you know, all over the place, on the highways, stopping business until we get the respect as first Americans, making American first. We need to make America great again. They're not going to make it great. And the only way we're going to make it great is if we stop their business. We don't even need to go to fucking DC grounds. We could just go on major highways where business is conducted. Stop everything. We could shut shit down. This is crazy. Brian. Our ancestors are watching us and waiting for us to wake up and stand up for our land. Stop being cowards. What we got to lose? Facts. I agree. Susan, let me see what Susan's saying. Some groups of people don't let anyone touch their dead except them. Those anyone guess who they are? Wait. Susan, I'm lost. Let me see. Unless you misspelled the word. Some groups of people don't let anyone touch their dead except them. Dose. Except them. Dose. Anyone guess who they are? Except them. Dose. That doesn't. Something's wrong. Chinese people. I know they're fucking weird. I'm sorry. When it comes to death, they leave the dead person in their house for 2 fucking weeks before they bury him. They talk about the spirit got to leave the body. Fuck out of here, man. That body can stink. Muslims only. Oh, okay. Susan, let me reread your message. Does I had to reread that again. We got to think of something miraculously crazy to do. They need to wipe out all our fucking debt as a people since the money's fucking fake. Wipe it out. Why are we paying back in money for? Shit's no good anymore. Wipe out all Americans' debt. Force it. We can enforce that shit. Some groups of people don't let anyone touch their dead except them. Does anyone guess who they are? Uh I think the Jews, but with the Jewish they have to be buried within 24 hours of death or 24 to 48 hours. They don't wait long. Whereas I know Asians, I know monks, they leave the dead body in the house for 2 weeks, laying in the bed. The LDS dress their own. Who's the LDS? Oh, they Jewish people don't embalm. Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. What he said, because their asses turn black when they die. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, Lady E. The LDS. LDS. What's the LDS? I'm Lady E. Wow. I didn't, my great grandfather didn't go into the city of Memphis for nothing but sugar and milk. They made everything else them. See, I wish I knew someone like that. Americans should non-deployable. We protect the country. Oh, Latter-day Saints. Ah, that's the Mormons. That's the Mormons. I, you know, I know I started off rambling, but it's out of frustration because we really need to do something. And I mean something miraculously. We have to stop allowing white people dictate our lives. They are not our gods. This is only a fucking business. This whole corporation shit. We need to stop. The problem is, it's not so much that we need to stop doing business with other countries. We need to stop doing business with the fucking United States. That's it right there. That's it right there. We need to stop doing business with the United States. Because other countries really, literally don't do nothing to us personally. It's just when they're the fuck over here. Like somebody that have pride and stay in their own fucking country, like China. They don't really do nothing to us. They really don't. People from other countries, people that are in other countries right now that are not in the US, we need to do business with them directly and fuck doing business with the United States. That's the way I see it. If we don't do business with the United States, the 50 states, them motherfuckers won't grow. But we should be able to do business with other countries and leave out the United States. Don't do business with them. How about that? Because we have a right to do business with who we want to. Give me a minute, y'all. Okay. I think that would be a good idea. If we don't buy food and do business with the 50 states, I think that'll work. Don't buy shit from the United States. Deal with foreigners in their country directly. Young Renee, I would love that damn seat. Girl, girlfriend, sister, girl. I would love to sit in that seat. I mean, nobody says that we can't work and deal with China directly. How about that? And we probably will learn a lot of what these fucking dogs did over here, United States. We shouldn't beef with other countries just because United States got beef with them. I'm really seeing it that way. They might be the nicest people in the world to us. If we just deal with other countries directly, don't do shit with United States. Shipping, we could probably work something out directly with China when it comes to shipping. They might ship free to us. They say, look, we tired of dealing with the fucking 50 states. We understand they got a bad relationship with you, but I like your motherfucking wigs. Or anything. Other countries. Because why should we as a people deal with a country, I'm talking about United States, that's always been fucked up towards us? Why should we keep dealing with these 50 states business wise? At some point, we have to say fuck them and just deal with foreigners that got more respect for us. That's the way I see it. We might want to deal with Russia directly, Greek, any other foreign country except these 50 states. We got to give these motherfuckers fever over here. I believe it too, Sheba. What? You said drones from Siam delivered my ham. But what foreigner outside of Russia have respect for us? We don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. When you say us, who are you speaking about? Us individual as a brown people of this land, or the United States, period. We need they know we not making no war power decisions as a people. The white crackers is. But we ain't them. I don't have no beef with Russia and Germany. I don't know not one Russian or German in Germany or Russia. So I don't have any beefs with them. I don't know what the fuck the United States did when they went over there with this shit with Russia and Germany. We don't have a fucking clue. Only the one-sided story that we hear from them. I would honestly tell somebody that lives in Russia, look, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't want to know, but the United States is not representing me. If they drop something on you, it ain't because of me. I ain't give them the go ahead. I ain't got no fucking power in my own land. But what you got over here that we could trade with each other? Fuck them. That could be my attitude. I ain't trying to be funny, but nobody in Russia did nothing to me. Nobody in Germany did nothing to me. Nobody in China did nothing to me. Nobody in any of the European countries did anything to me. All I know is these fucking 50 states, these colonized states that were expanded to 50, is doing all the shit. I ain't got nothing to do with it. United States is not representing me in any warlike manners. I didn't start no. Why am what did these people do to me personally? I don't know nobody in England. I don't know nobody in any of the European countries. Period. Nobody did anything to me. Just because the 50 states don't want to do business with particular countries, look, don't put that on me because motherfuckers, y'all don't represent us. The way you treat my people here in these 50 states, which is my landmass, you don't represent me. All other countries need to know that we are a people. They already fucking know. So whatever you're doing evil to other countries, you're not representing me. I didn't say, hey, go over there and give this country guns. I did not make that decision. I didn't. I don't make any declaration of war decisions. I have no say so. I just live in my house. No other. How am I going to war with people that I don't know? United States will tell me, you did this, but I don't fucking believe them. What is it about the United States that I'm supposed to believe? I'm only hearing one side. I don't speak Russian, German, so I don't know what the hell they're saying. I only know the information that the United States give me. And do you think that the fucking United States are honorable people? All these white people? I don't see any honor in them in me. I see them hold down people and hold people back and racist. Well, the foreigners that are here that don't respect us is because white people in the United States tell them false stories about us. But what they fail to realize and tell the foreigner is you're fucking buying these people's land stolen. How about tell them that? And then maybe the foreigner say, well, damn, you're selling me stolen land. And you're telling me that these are the bad people, but yet you're selling me pieces of their land. I don't think I would be so nice to you either if you're stealing my land, if you stole my land and you're selling it to foreign people. So why should we be nice? I think the foreigner at some point is going to have a brain of their own to say, well, goddamn, you hold these people in bondage by credit, debit, or whatever. You stole their land and forced them to live in shitty areas, and yet you're saying they're the bad people. But you're not in your fucking country and ruling in theirs. That should wake up any fucking foreigner. Especially if these same motherfuckers colonized in your country. I think they all should just drop. Well, I mean, if there's a such thing as a God, right? I'm just saying. Why can't something, like on the Wizard of Oz, all those little white things that came out the sky and made them go to sleep? What was that shit in the Wizard of Oz that made the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, Dorothy, the lion, and the little fucking dog fall asleep? What was that shit that came out the sky? If you watched the Wizard of Oz, what were they called again? What were they called? Those little white things. Melatonin? No, it was in the Wizard of Oz. There was white stuff that came out the sky. It wasn't heroin, and it made in the movie The Wizard. No, not the flying monkeys. It was something that came out the sky that made them poppy fields. All right, poppy fields. That's what it was. If there's a such thing as God, right? Why can't the God make poppy fields come out the sky and make all these evil people that's in power in these fucking 50 states drop on them and make them motherfuckers fall asleep forever? How about that? The little poppies. And the poppies just hit their ass. Nobody else. That way they're all gone. What are you laughing at, Willie? I'm gonna order some poppy fields. I bet you I can get some of them shits from China. I'm gonna put them on you so you can go to sleep while I'm live. We need the poppy fields to fall on the Vatican too. Renee said throw them in. All poppy seeds. Just throw them on their asses. And that way they'll fall asleep forever. And then we can start all over again. Oh, they're a source of heroin. Oh, okay. Well, that's what made Dorothy and them and the Wizard of Oz fall asleep. And before they got to the Great Wizard, we need to kill the Great Wizard's ass too. All of them. All the poppy seeds fall on them. 18 United States Code Section 1151, pursuant to Indian Civil Rights Act of 1968. We need poppy seeds right now. We need to put all the acts aside for a minute. We need some poppy fields to fall on these bitches. They use it on it. Yeah, they did in the service. That's why when our servicemen came home, they was all addicted to heroin. That was in Nam, right? Capito said Dorothy was on that blow. Yep, we need the courage for real. Pookie and Ray Ray, y'all got to stop. Y'all turning your guns on the wrong people. I mean, we should. I mean, I think that we should really think about doing business directly with other countries and leave the United States out of it, like trading. I really do. We should stop doing business with the United States. Period. Point blank. All people, no matter what your race is, that's a citizen of the United States. And if you're tired of their shit, we should, as citizens, just stop doing business with them. Fuck their light companies. We ain't supposed to be charged light bills. That shit's supposed to be free. We ain't supposed to have nothing. They ain't supposed to be charging us shit. Crypto will accomplish that, and they're afraid. Well, we need to make them scared, because if we're tired of this shit, we're tired of their shit. Pookie and Ray Ray, some up north, niggas down south is JJ and Trey. Yeah, we got to do. We need. I'm serious. I think I got the clue. As citizens, whether you're white or black, you're treated fucked up. You shouldn't be in debt. The only way to happiness is to wipe out debt. And the way you wipe out debt is not pay it. Fuck them. What they gonna do? Put you on the credit bureau? We don't give a fuck. We can we got all the skills. You don't understand. We got all the fucking skills. If we don't do business with the United States, literally think about it. What the fuck can they do if we don't buy anything from their ass? They forgot. What you gonna do? Put us on the bad credit bureau? Did you forget that we're the motherfuckers that build the houses? All right, fuck it. We can build that. What you gonna do? We build the houses. We build the highways. So if you ain't got us to do that, what you gonna do? Bring foreigners over here? We'll beat their asses. And they'll want to run back to their own fucking countries. Because it's like, no, it's crazy. I ain't going to the United States. All I wanted to do was try to build a highway, because they stopped building highways. And some motherfucker came up to me and hit me in the head with a hammer. Start terrorizing the motherfuckers. Yeah, you see the big white guy with the beard. Oh, you're coming over here. You're taking my fucking job. All right. I'll fix your ass. What do you think that white boy gonna do? Beat his ass. Now you can't work because I crippled you, you bitch. You got a broken arm, and you got one leg and you can't do shit now. That'll teach you to come over here in the U.S. Now, imagine that white boy with the beard, and then Pookie and Ray Ray come and clip that motherfucker with a 9. Be like, man, no, I ain't going to U.S. I don't want to work. No jobs in that country. Word will get around fast. Nope. Some big white guy came up to me in the beard, talking about, you came here to take my job, motherfucker? Okay. I'm going to break your arms and chop your hands off. Now you can't work. That'll teach you. Take your ass back to your country. We are the ones who have all the trades. All of us as a people. We can shut these fucking... Look, we could demand respect from Congress, period. All the companies, all the corporations that's in the United States can say, fuck y'all, congressman. We ain't paying your student loans, none of your bills. Fuck all of y'all. What are you going to do? Put us on the credit bureau? So what? I'm the owner of a construction company. I could deal with the people directly. Fuck you. And I don't want to report to your corny ass credit bureau system. I'll make my money. I'll do business with the people myself. Far as money don't mean shit. I'm telling you, the idea, the method to demand respect back from this fucking corporation. And I'm not talking about just us. I'm talking about every motherfucking citizen. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. I need a little 30-second break. So, listen, y'all. I really want, it's 117 people up in this piece. Honor to y'all. Smash the like button. Listen, y'all. This is stuff that we could talk about in Zoom. We could take it far. But I really want y'all to come to next Sunday's Zoom. It's free. This is no donation needed. We're making this private in Zoom. And we want to break down that matrix. And then some of you might have other movies that you want to break down. Because the stuff that Ab Power and DJ and Curtis was talking about, that shit is very serious, man. And it's a lot of information that we don't understand that went on in that movie that's very real. And also Lieberson. I'm trying to reach out to Lieberson. So I got his email on my email, but I can't remember what it started with. But Gretchen, I need you to call Lieberson and have him email me, because they're going to break down that matrix. That shit is very real. I know you're right, Renee. You're right. You're right. I want y'all to come in this. Now we're going to put the link out here so that you can get it. We're gonna, Zoom is a software. It's that you download. It's an app, and you'll be able to come into a Zoom. It's a platform like YouTube, same thing pretty much. And you'll go in there, and what we talk about is not censored. YouTube can't shut it down because it has nothing to do with YouTube. But my Zoom holds 5,000 people. And we're giving holding next Sunday at 7 Eastern a Zoom where they're going to break down the Matrix. And it's going to be crazy. Some weird stuff, man. It kind of like scares me. And it has to do with that in biblical court. I can't wait till they talk about that. Because Ab and DJ and Curtis was saying that they're not supposed to cut that in biblical court off. But they cut it off to keep your past life from downloading. Yo, it's a lot more stuff. That shit right there freaked me out. Y'all young ones, y'all got a lot that y'all know. So I'm going to keep you well informed to come into this Zoom. And then in there, we could start brainstorming. And this is not a racist thing. All people are welcome. Because we're being too disrespected by these 50 states as citizens. And we need to brainstorm how we want to deal with them. Do we want to just not do business with them and let them fucking crumble and we start something else over? Because the disrespect has no color from this fucking country and these leaders. And I'm tired of supporting them. I'm tired. I'm tired of paying their fucking salaries. I'm tired. So we need to brainstorm on how we're going to deal with these dogs. But I've been on now for almost 2.5 hours. I'll put the link out in case anybody has something last minute that they want to say. And I'll give you 60 seconds to get up in here because I'm going to get out of here. And next Sunday, I'm serious. I want you in that Zoom with that breakdown of that matrix because it's so much more I want to say that I can't say on YouTube, unfortunately, about how to tackle these problems that we're having. And the easiest solution has always been under our nose, and we just don't act on them. So here's the link one more time, and it's also pinned to the top. I give you 60 seconds to come up here and share a last-minute statement before we get the hell up out of here. I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. If you're not gonna come up on the panel after this. But I love y'all. Smash the like button. Really. Smash the like button, y'all. I'm out. Love y'all. Know that we are the American Indians. Baby, copper color Indians, baby.